Okay, Asako, I think it's about time. Shall we begin? Okay, let me admit a couple more people before we start right away. Rotarian Ika, are you in? Good to see you here. Welcome. Welcome, man. Okay, Asako, are we ready? Okay, with this, once again, a very good evening.
Good evening
to our fellow ladies and gentlemen that are joining us at 3 p.m. on a Saturday. And this month is a very special month because we like to term it as the Mental Health Month, where we propagate and educate our audience on mental health issues and best practices and solutions that are readily available. So if you are right here in our Zoom, one of the first things you can do for us is to actually mute your mic so that we can ensure that we can hear our speaker clearly. Is that something you can do for us? So make sure you mute your mic and turn on your camera. So these are the first two house rules you will remember. Okay, I think we got the audio in check. Okay, with this, I would like to first introduce our special guest for today. Our guest for today is a certified music therapist, registered under Japanese Music Therapy Association. She had practiced and brought awareness of music therapy to many institutions in Japan, including the Poco-a-Poco Music Therapy Studio, the Tokyo Women's Medical Hospital, the Koto-ku Special Needs Support Center, and Children and Family Support Center. And Asako is highly experienced in working with special needs children and has also worked with NASOM, which is the National Autism Society of Malaysia, and other private special learning centers in Malaysia since 2012. So once again, I'm your host for this evening. I'm Hugo Tan from YANA Mental Health. Let's put our hands together for Miss Asako Mitani.
Hello everyone. Hello, thank you for inviting this event today. I'm very, very happy to have this great opportunity. And thank you everyone for joining us today. I heard that you are from different countries of Southeast Asia. I'm very excited to share my experiences as a music therapist. Now it's Saturday afternoon time. I think it's relaxing time with your family or friend. Maybe it's working time, but now you are sparing time for this and watching this. I appreciate your interest in music therapy. Can I ask you one more time, if you don't mind, could you switch on your camera so that we can see each other? Switch on your camera, please, if you don't mind. Thank you. Because I want to do some like a bit activity like that, so I want to see you.
Nagsimula kami ayusin yung mga ilang panukala sa paaralan na ang mga panukala ay maging child-friendly.
And mute your mic.
Ang mga panukala ay maging respectful sa right.
Thank you very much. Please keep your mic muted and turn on your camera. And thank you very much. And today is only 1 hour talk, so I would like to share what is music therapy, the introduction of music therapy. I think most of you have never heard music therapy. Maybe you have heard somewhere, but you don't know what it is. So I'd like to share what music therapy is today. And I will share a slide. Mr. Hugo, can I share some slides? Thank you.
Yes, Asako, you can already share your slides.
So today I'm going to speak what is music therapy. If you Google about music therapy, you can find a lot of pages explaining what is music therapy. This is today from American Music Therapy Association. You can Google it if you like. Music therapy, this is like a definition of music therapy. Music therapy is a clinical and evidence-based use of music interventions to accomplish individualized goals in a therapeutic relationship by a credentialed professional who has completed an approved music therapy program. Music therapy is an established health profession in which music is used in a therapeutic relationship to address physical, emotional, cognitive, and social needs of individuals, blah, 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 blah. Yes, in short, for you to understand more easily, music is the use of therapeutic use of music. We use music for clients. For example, promoting physical motor skills, enhancing communications, reducing anxiety, or controlling emotions, or those things. We use music for the client. This is music therapy. In my case, I'm working with children with special needs in Japan before and now in Malaysia. So we need to have goals to use music for the client. So I will show you some pictures of activities I'm doing with children. These are some examples I'm doing. So we are doing using different musical instruments and different musical activities, but we always need to have goals for the clients. In my case, I'm looking at children with special needs. So main goals of them are, for example, fine motor skills, gross motor skills, controlling emotions, expressing themselves using music, or understanding of intellectual concepts such as letters, colors, numbers, or those, or learning social skills, or communication, speech, vocalization, controlling music. Those are main goals of children. There are some more photos to show you, for you can have image of music therapy with children. So each of them have goals for the children. So I'm working with children with special needs, but music therapy addresses wider range of fields. So some music, including elderly people with dementia, people with Parkinson's disease, or people with mental challenges such as depression, trauma, PTSD, adults and children have to be hospitalized for long term, or some therapists are working at hospices, or some are working with people with physically disabled people, and some are working in area where affected by natural disasters. So these are our workplaces schools, caregiving centers, nursing homes, client homes. These are main workplaces. And I'm saying that we use music for the clients. We have to use the music and the musical activity we use have to be like I read from the definition of music therapy, have to be evidence-based. So let me talk about research of music therapy. Please think about medicine we get from hospital or pharmacy, from doctor. Yeah, now we are waiting for COVID-19 medicine. Yeah, when we take medicine, if the medicine is not proved to be safe or not proved that it can treat a type of disease, we cannot get it. Of course, the company don't sell and government don't approve. We cannot use the medicine. It's not proved to be safe. But in music therapy, it's different. Before researches or experiment or those, we have been using music for long time, since even 1,000 years ago, ancient times. Music was here with us in our history all over the world, from African countries, Africa, Europe, Asia, India, in many areas, people have been using music in their life. For example, people believe that music can heal mental problems through their anxiety, worry, and through our mind. And some people even feel that music can heal diseases and disease. And people use music for war time. They use music for the soldier to make them feel powerful and strong. And they sing and play music before going to the war. And people use music for make people feel so every country has national anthem. Then people can feel their nationality and identity, singing and listening to the music. And people use music for make people connected together and feel for communication. So we have been music in our life for a long time before researches follows. But we still, as a music therapist, we still need to do researches to generalize those things from their individual experiences. So there are many interesting researches nowadays. For example, what I did, not in Malaysia but in Japan, was one of them is this is for research for children with Rett syndrome and music. Rett syndrome children tend to grab their hand like this, and they cannot move their hand like purposely, functionally. So even they see snaps they like in front of them, they cannot move their hand to take it. So they always move their hand like this. And then we did a research about music with them, and we play music for the child, and we collected the data, how many times they can move their hands to reach to the tambourine and drum in front of them, how they move their joints or hand and finger, arms, and to play the drum and tambourine with music. And we collected data of without music, with music. Another research I did before was we say count the number, how many times they vocalize the child with ASD, autistic child who don't speak, but they vocalize sometimes. We count how many times they vocalize with music, without music, and we try different different type of songs, what kind of music they vocalize more. The interesting research, another research, it was by my master university teacher. She did before that she played 16 songs for the patient who has physically disabled. They check skin temperature, then compare the change of the temperature before and after listening to songs. After listening to music songs, the skin temperature goes then up higher, and compare that after finishing the music and how long the higher temperature lasts. And yeah, it was the result was very, very impressive. There are many more researches like this. Another research I did was, this was a bit different type. I did interview with parents of children with special needs who do music therapy. And the parents, I asked parents what they think about their child before and after music therapy. And the result was also very interesting. Yeah, like there are there are only some examples of what I did. There are many more interesting researches about music therapy. So it's very important for us to always update the latest researches about music therapy and use music activity for the client's goal. So this is music therapy. So I'm saying use. I'm saying many times that we have to have goals for the client, individual clients. Yes, this is, I think, one of the important differences between music education, music education and music therapy. And music education, like piano lesson, guitar lesson, or whatever, you take music lesson at school before, and when you are younger. Music education, music lessons, their goals are improving musical skills, to learn more about musical theories. Those are the goals of music education. But in music therapy, our goals are non-musical things, like what I said before. So this is very different. Now we can see the differences between music therapy and music education. But I don't want to say that this person should go to music therapy, should take music therapy, and this child should take music lessons, or this teacher can only teach music and they should not do music therapy approach. I don't want to say so. We cannot divide children into groups, especially non-special needs, normal or something. We cannot divide. Yeah, all of us need support sometimes. I also need support, and I also need music therapy. I want somebody do music therapy for me. We need support each other. We cannot say that this child cannot take music therapy. This child should take music therapy. It's not like that. So sometimes music teachers who are teaching, just music, need music therapy-based approach for their students, or can get some ideas from music therapy activities. Teachers and parents can have some ideas from music therapy music therapy activities to play with children, to teach children. So I think this is why we are here and sharing and talking to each other. Yes. Now let's move on to the next one. Let's think about music now. I think all of you know about music. You listen to music, you can play musical instruments, you can sing songs. But let's think about music more. Let's think why we use music for clients. Now I'm going to play the piano play the piano. So I would like you to clap your hands. So this is why I want you to switch on your camera. Can I ask you to on your camera again? Yeah, I cannot see some of you. Yeah. If you can you switch on your camera so that we can see? Yeah, you don't need to unmute, just keep muted. Otherwise, you cannot hear my thinking. You cannot hear this piano sound. So keep muted and on your camera. Are you ready? Yes, thank you. And so I'm going to play a very, very simple song, very simple and short song. So I want you to just clap your hands. Clap your hands. Yes. Are you ready? Yes. I could see you are clapping. Well done. Thank you very much. Excellent. Why? Thank you. Why you could do this so well? Why you could clap your hands so amazingly? Did you practice this at home yesterday? No, because you didn't know this activity. And did anybody teach you how to clap your hands like this? No, nobody taught you how to do this. And you have never heard this music before. So this is why I chose music. This is Japanese song about snow. I think, I thought, no, none of you know this song. And you have never heard this song, you are not familiar with this song, you didn't practice at all, nobody taught you, but you could clap your hand like this. And this is because there is a regularity in music, regular pattern in music. The moment I start to play, only in a few seconds, you could already catch this tempo of this song. It's so it's very regular, continuous tempo. And the reason as well, the moment you start to listen to this part, you are in your mind, you are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you didn't say anything, but in your text you are counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 1, 2, 1, 2. You are counting in short time. You learn the tempo and rhythm and melody as well. Yes, this. When you listen to this part, you already learned the melody pattern of this song. So at the end of this song, it's also same. And finish. Then you stop clapping hands. So nobody still keep clapping, right? When I stop playing, you stop clapping hands. So you could know the pattern of the song. That means you can expect what is going on, what is happening at the next moment. There is very interesting research about baby and music. And the research says that even babies only a few months old, of course they cannot speak, they cannot even sit, but they can recognize much more complicated music than this. So I listen to the music, but it's too complicated and rhythm and melody, but if even such young baby can recognize the melody pattern and melody pattern of the music. That means ability to understand music pattern with regularity in music is different from ability of speech, speaking languages, or ability of understanding intellectual concepts, reading, writing, numbers, colors, vocabulary of those, ability of communication. Those are different. So that's why we can use music. So we can use music regardless for the people, regardless of their gender, their ages, regardless of whether they have special needs or not, regardless of their intellectual challenges or communication challenges or not. We can use music for many people. Everyone has ability to respond to music. Today I use, for example, only like very simple song.
Miss Asako? Asako, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I think we received some feedback because a few people cannot hear the audio clearly. And there is a suggestion, because currently you are wearing a lapel mic, right, Asako?
Mm.
Yeah, perhaps we can try one without the lapel mic. Would it be better?
We'll try.
Yeah, we'll give it a try, guys.
I will try.
How about this? Is it better? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Actually, the voice without the mic is more stable, but then it's softer.
Okay, then is it better? I change to this mic now.
Okay, let's have a quick audio check with our audience here, right? When you tune your audio to the max, fellow viewers over here, if Asako speak without a mic, can you all hear clearly? If you can hear clearly, kindly comment 2. Kindly comment 2 in the chat box.
Hello. Hello.
You try to turn on your maximum volume, your maximum audio volume, and see if you can hear Asako better right now.
Is it better? Hope it's better now. Hello.
Asako, perhaps you can say a few more words, so that we can try to see.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Is this mic better? Hello.
Okay, so this is 2, right? Okay, let's try one more time with your lapel mic, Asako. Yes.
Okay, now I've changed it. Hello, everyone. Can you?
Now it's perfect.
Oh, okay.
Now it's fantastic. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Actually, this is the original one. Original. So,
Okay.
okay. All right. So I
Yeah.
use this now.
Yeah. Perhaps just now is the connection to the laptop. Perhaps it's that.
All right. Thank you for letting me know, because I don't know how my voice is. You are hearing my voice. Thank you. So can I start now?
Yes, please, Asako.
Yes, I was talking about what I was talking about. Yes, music. Yes, yeah. So that means we can use music to many people because everyone have ability to respond to music. That's why we use music. Now, today I was using very simple music, and I asked you to just clap your hands. But if I use body following rhythm, listening to music. If I want you to move your body, I have to without music. I have to explain you with my words. Please open your hand and clap your hand and nod your head like this and rock your body, open your legs and rock your body side to side. I have to explain you if I want you to move your body. But with music, you can clap your hands following the rhythm very easily and very smoothly, very naturally, and you can move your body very comfortably. Now, as we saw just now, I didn't explain you anything in advance. You have to clap your hands like this tempo, and how many times you have to clap, 30 something times. I didn't explain you anything, but with music, you just listen to this music, and then you start with clap hands together, and following the rhythm, and stop clapping hands. Yeah, because it's plus with music. This is why we can use music for many people. This is only some examples of why we use music for clients. But there are many more things that we can do more having fun, more smoothly, more naturally, and making them to do motivate them to do more with music than without music. So this is why we use music. And now I'd like to speak what kind of music we use for the clients. So today we have not enough time, so I would like to share only one very important and basic thing about what kind of music we use in music therapy. The important thing is we use music which matches the client's mood at that time. Please imagine this now. Now it's in the morning, early morning time. Please imagine you have to go to your office, and on the day you have so many things to do. You have many appointments, and you have many meetings with our clients and your boss, and many things you have to prepare many things. You are very busy, and yeah, you have to drive in the traffic jam in KL. You have to drive, and you are very rushing. Maybe your breathing is very slow because you are feeling stressed, and your pulse is a bit fast because you are rushing. Yeah, your situation is like this. And please imagine somebody came to you and told you, listen to this music. How do you feel? In this such a busy morning, you have to listen to this music. I think that you are not in the mood to listen to the music because you are very busy and have many things in your mind, in your head. So you feel maybe you cannot enjoy the music, or maybe you feel uncomfortable to listen to the music. So this music is okay, but if the music doesn't match the client's mood, you cannot accept the music. That means music cannot do anything for the client. It's no point to use that music. It's same as what kind of music we can accept. It really depends on mood of the time or condition of the time. So if I'm, for example, from my place, if I'm very happy and good mood, and my condition is very good, I can enjoy any kinds of music, jazz, rock, classic, someone singing, maybe my neighbor, young child is practicing very beginner music, but I can enjoy it. But if I'm having anxiety, I'm worrying something, or I'm very sad, my mood is like that, I cannot accept so many music, or if I'm in bad condition, I have to lie down on the bed, I cannot enjoy music. So what type of music I can accept is really depends on our mental condition and physical condition. It's same as for our clients as well. For example, if my client is hyperactive child, I use very active and very up-tempo rhythmical music and will let them move around, jump and bounce, move around, and work off their energy and start music session. Or if my client is very sensitive to sound, I use very soft and gentle, mild music for the client. And if the client is in very sad or angry mood, yeah, they have sometimes something before coming to music at home in school. They sometimes cry. Then I use very sad or even angry mood music for them. If the client is very depressed and cannot accept any sound, any music, I start with silence. I don't play any music and stuff. And slowly, gradually, we change music, or suddenly we change music according to the purpose, aims, goals of the activity for the client. This is how we use music. I think this is same as our daily communication with people around us. If we are having a communication with family, friends, if we don't care about how the person is feeling, what the person is thinking, what she wants to do, if we don't care, if we ignore, and if we say, listen to me, I want to do this, I think that they cannot we cannot start communication with each other. So yeah, it's important to try to understand the person and try to accept it. Then smoothly we can have communication. It's music therapy, it's same, especially at the first sometimes when we start a session with new clients. It's important to build a good relationship, get trust each other. So we use music which probably match the client's mood and try to understand it. And not only for the first new clients, but also every time when we start new music sessions, we use music which match the clients always to make them feel comfortable and to have good relationship, to start communication, smooth communication. And then music can help them. So otherwise, yeah, they cannot accept music. We cannot do anything with some music. It's very important thing. We have to. Mr. Hugo,
Hi, Asako. Would you like? We have about 20 more minutes.
Okay, all right. Because we started a bit late, so I was wondering, should I? So 20 more. Okay, thank you.
Would you like to take on some of the questions from the viewers over here?
Should I ask questions or
they actually have some questions for you, Asako. Okay, perhaps we can start with Melissa. Are you here, Melissa?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perhaps you would like to ask your question, personally to Asako.
Okay, so my first question to you was, do you believe that music therapy may be the future of mental health illness? And yes, is it better than treating it with medication?
Yeah, I think so. I'm working with children with special needs, but some music therapists are already working with people with mental illness. I think really yes. Yeah, for example, people with depression, who start to, it's not easy, but who start to express themselves through music. And yes, there are many like examples. And if you would like, you can see, check researches about music therapy and which done for people with mental challenges. Can I speak a bit more regarding this question? I had a talk some months ago. It's also online because it's really strict under strict lockdown movement control order in Malaysia. So yeah, it was a totally online talk. It was for students of university in Malaysia, and it was for 40, 50 students listening to my talk. And in my talk, I tried this small, easy activity. It was I chose 6 different music, six different types of music, and asked them to listen to them all 6. Yeah, it's too long to listen until the end, so it's only for 30, 40 seconds. But they are all different types of music. I chose 6 of them because I thought that nobody felt uncomfortable to listen to the music. But there are different types. One of them is classical piano music. Another one is like more contemporary, like more jazz. Another one is guitar. Another one is like clubbing music, very like active and musical music. And they are all. Another one is like very mild music for even daily generation. But they are all different types. And after asking them to listen to all of them, I asked the students to choose only one music they felt it's very uncomfortable to listen. And this is not for research purpose, but I just want to speak that I just want to let them feel that how they feel after listening to the same music. All of them are listening to the same music, but how they felt is different depending on them. So I just want to speak about that. So it's not research purpose, but the result was very interesting. I thought that the young university students in Malaysia would choose very positive music, like clubbing music, or very positive. Another one is even like the mood is like atmospheric. We start something new, let's start now like that. But actually, nobody chose that song, chose the music. One more thing, all of them have no lyrics, so no direct word messages, only music, no lyrics. But nobody chose such a positive atmosphere music, but they chose more than 70, almost 70% of students chose very sad and very like sad and dark kind of mood music. It was very interesting. It was a bit different from I had expected. I really thought that the students were in very having anxiety at that time. Yeah, they had anxiety. Their mental, their music was not stable melody and rhythm. So I thought that their mental is not very stable. They have anxiety. They are worried or something. So I think I really thought that it was good that not only you but all of us were having anxiety. It's normal because it was under lockdown. They cannot go out anywhere. They couldn't meet their friends all day. They couldn't expect until when the life will continue. So it's normal to feel anxiety and worry. So through music, we can see that we are feeling the same. We are in the same mood. Yeah. And then I really think that the music there's things music can do. And actually, some music therapists have already researches about music therapy, for mental health that we already have. But after this COVID-19 pandemic started, they started new researches about it.
All right.
All right, thank you
Melissa,
for answering my question.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
hope that answers your question. So Melissa, before she got into all this pageantry, she's in fact very actively involved in music and dance clubs, and hence the music question. So right now I've been trying to summarize what Asako have mentioned to us, which is very surprising considering the group of students that she presented to, and over 70% of them chose sad, gloomy and dark music. And music reflects what is happening on the inside, that reflects in our music choices. I think another question that we have here is from Lizo Mendoza. Lizo, are you still here with us? Lizo? Okay, perhaps I can voice out on behalf of her. She asked a question, is music therapy? Because I remember reading your slides earlier on, Asako, and it's mentioned that music therapy is actually evidence-based and scientific method of intervention, to help with mental health. The question by Lizo is there proven evidence for it? And what is the development of music therapy so far? Because I can see that, Asako, you have been working with a lot of children of autism. Personally, I have a student before who is also autistic, and we all know how difficult it can be for them. Perhaps you can share with us what is the most memorable results that you have achieved so far with music therapy? Thank you.
Yes, to work as a music therapist is not easy. It's hard. Yes, because I'm working with children with special needs, and most of my clients have no speech, and they have communication difficulties, and they have difficulty to controlling emotions, so they don't explain. Now, I say it very easily. We have to use the music which match the client. It sounds very easy thing, but actually it's difficult. It's difficult because they don't express by themselves that I want to do this, I don't like this, I enjoy this, please do this one more time, and enjoy and smile that they don't do. So it's really difficult to find what the music is good, suitable for the client. It's very difficult to find, and we always have to try something new, and some of them goes very well, but some of them didn't. And the mental condition is not very stable, so sometimes they get panic and they cry and shout and they run away, and I also have to run to catch them, and they kick and punch and pinch, and so it's very hard to work as a music therapist. Not only me, but other music therapists as well who are working with elderly people with mental issues. But since I started music therapy 2004 in Japan, Tokyo, Japan, and I moved to Malaysia in 2012 and working until now. But I have never stopped working as a music therapist. I try to think why I could still continue for such a very difficult work. It's because I could see change of children. Yeah, for example, one of my clients, I was living in Japan. He had very severe autistic boy, ASD. When he came to me, he had no speech, he had no communication, he didn't look at me, and no eye contact. He was just walking around the room for 45 minutes. He would never look at me, and he slept that he was walking around the room, touching the wall, and slapped the part of the wall like this, very hard. So he had like many cuts and blood. And so just walk around. Next time also walk around, climb and walk on the table and jump down. But I really thought that am I invisible person? I am a part of air or furniture or something. Yeah, I really thought that I cannot do anything for the boy. I'm sorry, I really thought. But I was patient, and the parents also supported me that they understand, and we continued. And it didn't take so long time. After some time, he really changed it, and he didn't talk, but we understand each other. He would sit in front of me, in front facing to each other, and he smiled at me, and so even like a kitty face. And I could feel that he wants to play more with his hands, fingers, and legs, and then we could enjoy the communication with each other. And yeah, he changed a lot with the music. And another client, there are many those things. Another boy who was also a he got panicked very often, and because he was not familiar. But after continuing music sessions, sometimes music therapy, sometimes he really learned a lot from music. He could see very clearly than before, and his mind is really like organized, and he understands the instruction and communicates much more than before. And he really enjoyed to learn something new with me. And this amazing thing is that children really enjoy to play drum instrument, and not only just play, but communicate with each other, understand each other, express themselves. It's very amazing. And not only this, I'm working with children, but it's not only with children, but with parents as well. I can share such amazing moments with parents. One of the parents texted me one time and saying that my son clapped his hand for the first time. The boy was already 7, 8 years old, but he has never clapped hands. His mom has never saw she was clapping hands. But she said that after your music session, she would clap hands finally for the first time. The mom was very happy. And there are many those like stories. Another mom of my client. One day I had to cancel my lesson because I totally lost my voice and I couldn't say anything. I canceled my lesson. Then one boy and mom came to the school, but the boy couldn't understand the situation. The lesson was canceled because he had ASD. Then my mom explained to him many times that music was canceled today, but he didn't accept it. He sat on the chair in front of the music room. The room was locked, so they cannot go in. And he was waiting for me for a long time, and he took a photo of the son and sent it to me. And she wants to share that the boy is really, she said that she is coming to school only to enjoy music time. So it's very amazing. For some children, it's not easy to find something fun and learn something with having fun, enjoying. So it's very good to find, to share that moment with parents too. So that's why they are very small, but for me it's very big thing, and I cannot forget for a long time.
All right. Thank you for the wonderful sharing by Asako. And I think, if anything, why this mental health causes is so important is because it forces us to be more empathetic, to put ourselves in the shoes of another, and to see that a lot of us are suffering in silence. Many times we see mental illness as people who are very mentally unstable, or what we like to term crazy in our society, and that's the stigma. However, the truth is, many of us are suffering from some form of mental illness or challenges. In fact, according to a World Health Organization, it's about 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 of every one of us here could be and will be facing some form of mental illness or challenges in our lifetime. It means that right here, right now in the Zoom, when you look at your friend next to you, besides you on your left and your right, they could be someone who is suffering and needs help. So with this, I have another question, a very interesting one. It's actually from Coach Virus. Coach Virus actually coached tennis to kids and teens with autism. So I guess that's where both of you can connect. Coach Virus, are you in the house, Virus? Virus, are you in the house?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Hello, Coach. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, hi.
Yeah, would you like to share your question to Asako?
Actually, I do know Asako quite well. Yeah, we have met before. You have met before, and she has seen me coaching the kids, the teens with autism, mini tennis. So just wondering whether how music therapy can help, my student or any ASD to play better sports and exercise. Will it helps, or or helps or complement or enhance, these two activities? Because one is sports, one is music. Understand my question?
Yeah, music therapy and sports, it's different. But I really think that music. I personally I play tennis, so I really think myself that for children and ladies play tennis is a very good thing. Yeah, I think that if I use music for children with ASD who are playing tennis, if music can do something for them, is maybe you can use music music. Not only just playing. Yeah, if they use music for us BPM, it can create atmosphere. It make them feel happy and play more. Oh yeah, it's very simple. Another way we can use music for playing tennis can be the way you coach, when you teach how to move, you use singing. Then just explain with words. So because some children with ASD can understand what is singing. So maybe they can understand more, your instruction more with music. So it's very, thank you for asking. It's only one of my ideas. I forgot to tell you, music therapy cannot just only music therapy. We have to work with, we are working with, for example, children, but it's not only for the therapy time for 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, not only that time. We have to support their life, their whole life, after going back home, in school, and even after graduating school for long term, we have to support. So we need to always have to work with parents, work with other therapists, work with teachers in school. We have to always communicate
Thank you. I hope that answered your question, Coach Fairuz. I think it's a very interesting topic in bringing music to sports. But at the same time, if you think about this, even top professional players in the world, before they go out onto the field, they usually plug on, their earbuds, to play some sort of music to get them into the zone. Perhaps that's how, music has always been influencing our performance in one way or another. It's just that I believe currently we are compiling them into an intervention method which we call music therapy. And right here, I have another question from Amelia. Amelia, are you still here with us? Yes, I can see you.
Yes, I'm here. Good day. Hello. Hello,
Wow.
Miss Asako. I'm at work. I'm sorry for my background, but anyway, I do have a question for you. My question is, do your music clients like have musical instrument preferences so before you give them therapy? Like for me, I also play the guitar. So do you have like let them choose the instrument for them to listen to or something?
Thank you for asking. That's very interesting question. Thank you. Yes, in music therapy, there's no rules that we have to use this musical instrument for this type of client and so we can use any musical instrument. And it has to, we have to choose that choose musical instrument that clients like. So if they want like to play a guitar also, yeah, you can. Or yeah, drum, we use any musical instrument. Yeah, but we have to be careful that their hands, like motor function, is suitable the musical to play the musical instrument on. If their hand movement and motor skill is not enough to play the instrument, for example, piano, it's very difficult to play because we have to use 5 fingers all and 10 all them independently. If I force them for some clients to play them, they cannot play and they feel very like stressed. And for some clients, just shaking is suitable, just tapping, beating, drum is not suitable, or holding stick, not it. And if we have to think that what kind of music instrument is suitable. But I know that many clients, many children, many clients like to try to play guitar, ukulele, those instruments because I think that they can feel vibration with the soft sound as well. They love to play guitar, ukulele. So if you would like to try, you can. You hold the guitar and let them play and play together. We can play to each other. Now it's COVID-19 time, so it's difficult to go so close. But yeah, we can play together. So I think it's good to play. You can use any musical instrument if they like. And so we have to be careful whether they don't have hypersensitivity on their ear. So some clients really hate to listen to specific sound, like metal sound or very loud sound, or they can accept only singing voice sound, but they cannot accept music from speaker. It really depends on the client, so we have to be careful what musical instrument we use.
All right. Thank you. I hope that answered your question, Amelia. Good to have you joining us here. I can see you are wearing the mask. For those of you who are watching here, do remember to follow Amelia when you're outside. Do remember to wear your mask always.
Thank you, Asako, for that wonderful question. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mel mentioned that she loved how the therapies cater to individuals that is personalized. And Mel has another question, right? Mel, are you still in the house?
Yes, I am. Sorry, my microphone was muted.
What is the second question, Mel?
My question was, does counting tempo helps with music therapy? Like, does it Is it a thing where you just now was talking about how music caters to individuals, and it really, and you actually said that 70% of the people actually pick dark songs, which I totally agree, because I feel like I fit into the 70% as well, where when I want to feel something, I do pick a really sad song and I listen to the beat and listen to the lyrics. So yeah, this counting tempo helps to calm us down.
So you are asking the counting whether the counting tempo in music can calm us down?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, yeah. I think that yeah, as we saw before, is that I'm playing piano and you're tapping hands with that activity. We could we the following the understanding of the pattern of the music makes you feel like you know the pattern, and you can expect what happens at the next moment. So you feel very comfortable, feel relief, because you can expect, and things you just expected to happen. I will. Yeah. For example, the same song we play. I play this song. You already know, I played many times, so you already know this pattern, rhythm pattern, melody pattern, tempo. And if I play like this, and so you feel very uncomfortable, because this is not different from that what you expected. So you feel very uncomfortable, and you want to complete.
I want to complete it for you.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Another example is if you're happy and you know you clap your hands. So this is also like following that rhythm pattern. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It repeats the same pattern many times, and you already have been familiar with this song. Then I'm a teacher, music teacher, and I stop. It's happy and you know you clap your. There's nothing. It's very uncomfortable. So you want to complete until the end and clap, clap, and finish and feel relief. So if you if they can feel relief and they can do with others together, if there is no regularity, we cannot enjoy with others. It's like only sound, random sound. Tap, 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 tap. It's not. It is sound, but this is not music. So in only with regularity pattern, we can share the moment with others, and that means we can communicate with each other. And of course, there are some like a bit unstable. Some people like a bit unstable music as well. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but especially children with special needs, ASD, those children like then they feel comfortable because they can expect what is happening the next moment. Yes.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for the explanation. I think that is why now I understand that sometimes when certain music doesn't follow a beat that I'm usually used to, I feel uneasy. So I guess that is why. All right. Thank you for explaining.
Thank you for asking.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are still watching this, I would like to thank you for joining us so far on Zoom. And for those of you that are watching on Facebook, glad of having you join us for the past 1 hour, you know, on a Saturday. So we are going to take the one final question, right, before we wrap it up for today. And we have some more interesting news to share with you towards the end. So Coach Fairuz has another question. since music therapy is so beneficial, do you think it should be a mandatory subject in special needs, government, and private schools? Should it be made compulsory, Asako?
I think that music should be mandatory. Yeah, I visited some schools in Malaysia, some national public schools in Malaysia, and they do have music, not music therapy, but music lesson. But actually, I was surprised that they are not doing so really sorry, not really like good activities. So I thought that music teachers should be more trained, and we can be learn with each other and we train more, and we can provide more beneficial activities. It doesn't need to be music teachers. Don't need to be music therapists. A music teacher is okay. School teacher is fine, but it will be much better that if they know how to use music for the children.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you for the brilliant response, Asako. I think it's not just a question of music therapy. In fact, the very subject of mental and emotional wellness has not been given the priority in our schools, especially to those in the kindergarten and primary schools, and also in the special needs schools. You know, because early intervention is always the better intervention. We got to start them young, you know. And of course, I've only got to know about Asako work about, say, a month plus ago. And I've been very impressed with how Asako has been working with different children, you know, with different needs. And definitely the work of a music therapist is not something that is very easy, because we are dealing with people that are misunderstood or perhaps even not accepted by our communities around us. So for one final word, Ms. Asako, for those of us that are listening here that would love to become a music therapist like yourself one day, do you have any advice for them?
There are some, it's really different, but depends on whether they want to become a music therapist or they want to use music therapy approach, learn music therapy and try to use in their work. It's really different. So if they want to just learn and want to try, yeah, just there are some music therapy course. I'm also doing teaching music teachers and young students. So but if they want to become a music therapist, they have to go to please check Music Therapy Association website. Some countries have Music Therapy Association, American Music Therapy Association, British, Australia, Korea, South Korea as well. They have Music Therapy Association and certify music therapists. But they have to go to university and they have to have clinical training. It takes so long time. So unfortunately, in Malaysia there are no organization which can certify music therapists. So if they really want to become a music therapist, they have to study abroad. Yeah. So please check the website of Music Therapy Association.
With this, thank you, Asako. But hold on right there, right? Because right now we are going to take a group photo. So now is the time for you to turn on your camera again. Make sure you put on your bright smile and face the camera. So let me get the gallery view in so that I can see all of you. We have a couple of pages here, so do bear with me as I tell you it is done. So yes, Fassi, can you help us to get everyone to turn on the camera? Just so, yes, there you go. Jenny, Nika, yeah, there you go, there you go. Janelle, Susan, you're still in the car. I am surprised. Gabriel is here, all right. Branty, Johan, Virus. Okay, so here's how we are going to do this photograph thing, right? We're going to take up our right hand and we're going to do an okay sign to signal that it is okay to not be okay. You know, that's like our tradition so far right now. Okay, so guys, put your right hands up. Let me see your right hand, people. There you go, there you go. That's the spirit, people. Do you know how to do an okay sign? Just do a circle here. Yeah, there you go. You know, I got to take the photo, so I can't join you guys to do it. Okay, so put your okay sign up and hold on right there, right? Just hold on right there. Let me take the first page of photo. Okay, let me see if I get it. Let me see if I get it. Everyone looks good. Okay, I'm moving to the second page of the photo. So still hold on there because you do not know which page you are at. Okay, just hold on right there with the okay sign, right hand up. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let me see if I get it. Let me see if I get it. Okay, hold up your hands one more time. Let me take one more photo. Put on your smile. You don't want to look all serious. When I post this on Facebook, it's not going to look good for you. 3, 2, 1. Let's see if I got this. There we go. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I got all the photos. So I'm going to share with you that once again, arigato gozaimasu to Asako. Thank you for joining us this evening. Has been very fruitful. If there is a way to reach out to Asako, Asako, you can always put in your email or any form of communication that people can reach out to you. Is there a method for people to email you, for example?
Yes, I will share my, okay, I would like, this is,
Okay, while Asako is sharing her contact information, maybe the website where you can look for her, our fellow facilitators, perhaps you can share the link to our Facebook pages, Rotaract One ASEAN, where we bring together the best Southeast Asian Rotaract clubs in one house, right? Solar Creative. All right. Everyone, if you would like to have the contact of Asako, so make sure you screenshot and jot this down, right?
please contact me if you have any questions or anything.
If you want to say thank you to Asako, this is the place to email as well.
Thank you very much for joining. I'm very glad. After this talk, I'm very glad if some of you feel that you want to, you have more interest in music therapy, or you want to enjoy more music in your life and at work, with your friends, with your family, and for yourself. I'm happy. Thank you.
So before we end this live stream for today, I can see a lot of thank you, whether it's public or private message to Ms. Asako Mitani. And I would like to remind that this is just the beginning of the mental health movement that we have around Southeast Asia. When you are watching this right now, we have set up base in over 7 countries, to bring mental health education to more people, and especially to youth and working professionals like you that are watching. So on the coming Tuesday, 8 p.m., right after your dinner, you can also join us for another session, with YANA on trauma, on overcoming everyday trauma. So if some of you are having trauma from relationships or event or works, it's much more common than you believe. So this is not going to be a Zoom event, it's going to be live on Facebook. We are going to have Shui, the founder of U Therapy, joining us, to help you to overcome your trauma. So with this, once again, a huge thank you to Asako. She has been very generous to come on board over here on a Saturday. Her schedule are really packed. But to spend an evening with us, we are really grateful for your sharing today. Thank you, Asako.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
can all see your photo.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can all unmute yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Hello.
See you.
Bye.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Okay. Okay, see you all. See you on Facebook. Do keep connected. You can find us on You Are Not Alone, Southeast Asia Mental Health Initiative. Right? We will repost the email of Asako as well for you to send your appreciation and questions. Thank you and stay safe, everyone. We'll see you soon.